And for more on the deal, let's bring in Dorian Barak, who is a co-founder of the UAE Israel Business Council. Dorian, thanks so much for coming on it today. Tell me, how big of a coup is this $10 billion?
Well, first of all, good afternoon, and thanks for having me. This is enormous. People here are astounded by the size of this commitment to the Abraham Accords by the UAE government. You know, when we established the UAE Israel Business Council back in June, Fleur Hassan of Jerusalem and I, we knew that economic peace would underpin a political peace. We expected that economic peace to come first, a people-to-people peace that would eventually emerge into something else. But of course, the politics came first. The UAE's wise leadership, together with Israel's, signed up the Abraham Accords, and the region was transformed. But what was really missing, what has been missing, is those people-to-people connections. We've seen this through tourism, but there's no better way to build a common future than to do it on the basis of shared economic opportunity. So people are extremely excited, really astounded by the size of this commitment, and very excited to see it actually play out.
Sounds wonderful. And Dorian, tell me, what will this do for job creation here in Israel, especially given that so many people have lost their jobs over the last year due to, of course, coronavirus?
Of course, it's a great question. The UAE Israel Business Council forecasts that about 20,000 new jobs will be created as a result of the Abraham Accords in 2021. That's a relatively large number. A lot of it's going to be in tourism. Some of it is going to be in the technology sector, companies that are exporting to the UAE. And you're going to see a similar growth in jobs here in the UAE. I'm speaking to you now from Dubai, where incoming Israeli tourism, Israeli companies establishing regional headquarters here will really drive economic growth and employment here as well.
And so they have mentioned space, agriculture, water, etc., being the first few sectors there. Which sectors do you see as up-and-coming sectors for investment going forward?
I see, well, there are a lot of sectors that are going to be interesting. I see two principally as really taking off in 2021. The first is tourism, of course. We saw an influx of 130,000 Israelis here in the November-December period. You're going to see a much larger number. People expect to see 500,000 arrive here over the course of 2021. That's a large number, which is going to drive a lot of growth here. We expect to see a slightly lower number, but still a very significant number of Emirati tourism coming to Israel in 2021. And the second area I see real opportunity is in the agriculture and renewable sector. This is an area where Israel is extremely strong. We are the leader globally, and we already see a number of Israeli firms in the water, in the solar, and in the renewable space beginning to operate here in the United Arab Emirates.
Well, Dorian, it's been lovely to chat to you. Very exciting times, and have a great weekend.